Hey everyone, hello. Hi, nice to see you. So happy to be making a video for my crime channel. If you don't know who I am, welcome to my channel. My name is Audrey. I'm a psychic medium. This channel is about crime discussions, different things like that. You may remember me from the Watts case when that happened a few years ago. And I've kind of been on and off YouTube since then. But all my videos over the last couple of years are still up. So you can go to my content and find various videos on various crimes over there. Okay, so I'm not comfortable discussing politics. My opinions are just that. They're mine. And if you know anything about law, you know you cannot argue an opinion. As crazy, as far-fetched, as ridiculous, as believable, as miraculous as they may seem, you can't argue. So basically, the law says no one's wrong. You know, that person's not wrong. That's their opinion. You can't tell them they're wrong about their opinion. All right. Well, I'm referring to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And just so you know, I do typically, if I'm talking about spirits, I start getting a thing in my throat. It just is. Be on the lookout, by the way. I know I have some shadowing here going on. Just keep an eye out for any orbs. I know, it's weird. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my weird life. Just keep an eye out for orbs. Usually if there is an orb, I can see it on the screen. If I miss it while I'm filming, a lot of times I will go back and see it when in the editing process, I'll be able to see an orb. So yeah, let me just talk about being psychic for a minute, okay? You don't have to believe in what I do. I don't care. I don't care. This is for people who do believe in what I do or are just interested in my opinion, okay? I'm itchy. Oh my God, I'm itchy. Okay. So this situation that happened the other day was visually shocking. I'm surprised it was shown on well, I shouldn't say I'm surprised it was shown on the internet, but I am surprised how many people did choose to watch it. I watched it just because I talk about crime and I channel dead people. So, okay, sorry, I got spirits coming in. So distracting. So distracting. A lot of my crime videos are just content that comes out as I'm sitting here in my room talking. I don't plan anything. I didn't plan anything to say. But last night I came across a video of a YouTuber who says he's a medium. I have no reason to not believe him, but I will tell you I'm a skeptic. And that is weird coming from a psychic. I know, but I am. I'm a skeptic. I don't believe a lot of things that I see on the internet to be true. And I'm not saying this guy isn't real or isn't true. I'm not even going to give you his name because it doesn't matter. The thing that kind of wasn't sitting well with me with this video of Charlie is the guy was using equipment. And we all know equipment these days is all AI. It takes in information. It gives out information based on what it's hearing from you at your home or wherever your phone or device is. You know, our laptops listen, our desktops listen, our phones, our tablets, everything is listening. I don't like that for me. I gotta know, I gotta hear it from the source. I'm not saying these voice machines are wrong. I'm not saying that they're lies, but I didn't like what I was hearing, and I didn't like the questions this person was asking Charlie. Did it hurt? Are you serious? He got hit. He got hit. Right here. Why would you ask that? It's just so weird to me. And then the guy asks, you know, do you have a message for your wife? And the computer box says miss her or miss you or missing. No, she may miss him, but I'll tell you, out of all of the readings and interactions I have ever done, not once have I had a spirit come through. And these are people I know who've died, and these are people who I didn't know who died. Never have I heard a spirit say, oh, I miss you so much. I miss them. I miss her. I miss him. I miss my kids. Not once. So I question the validity of this content that I watched. Just be careful. Don't get wrong impressions. You have to be careful of everything, and including this channel. If my content doesn't sit with you, please don't watch it. You know, I'm not here to pester you. I'm here to enlighten you and give you my opinion as someone who, God, I apologize. You know what? I know what it is. I have on makeup. I don't wear makeup really anymore. I think that's what it is, even though it's expensive makeup. It's making me itchy. I apologize. Be careful what you listen to and what you believe. Just take everything in with a grain of salt. Let everything just kind of sit back and, you know, resonate with you. You don't have to make a decision on what you're hearing right away. But, you know, don't jump into things, I would say. And I'll give you my 2 cents on Charlie and where he's at. What was his transition? Now, I am getting spirit. Now, I didn't ask Charlie to come in, and I'm not asking him to come in, but so often when I just start talking about someone who's passed, they come in. That's just how it works for me. I don't know about anybody else. I only know 3 psychics, really. So I can't talk about every psychic and how it works for him or her. So when I was watching this guy on YouTube's content about Charlie's passing, I'm engaging, my mind sort of detaches from my body and goes out into the field, into the battlefield of life. And it's basically like projecting myself outward, and I kind of go to the place where these events happened. So I have taken myself to the event of when this death occurred. And let me just kind of tune into it. I look all over the place. I'm looking here, I'm looking there. So if I don't look in the camera, I apologize. Yeah, it was quick. Did he know what happened? Well, yes, because when you pass, you know everything, in my opinion. You know, and it's like the impression I get from the energy I see from Charlie, it's like, oh my gosh, wow, that was crazy. Oh my God, like I can't, I was just taken out. Wow. Like, and everyone's freaking out. And it's like, oh, he's like, oh my gosh. Wow, this is crazy. You know, he's still in that human part of his thinking. So immediately, okay, I'm getting the chills, which for me, I've called and I call and I coined the phrase validation chills, confirming chills. That's my phrase I made up years ago, okay? Confirmation chills. So when I look at Charlie and as I see him passing, transitioning, he's being shown how things really are. So what does that mean? Was he wrong about life? Was he wrong about what he believed in? I'm not going to say any of that. I'm not going to correct him, if you will. But I will say, and I believe this vision that I'm seeing is he was shown things in a way he wasn't aware of before. And he's like, oh, okay. I see. Wow. Okay. Yeah. As a human being, I saw things like this and this, but now, okay, the universe is showing me this. Okay. Well, as a human, I can understand how I understood it this way, but now that I'm here on the other side, yeah, I see that confusion, or why I understood things to be X, Y, and Z. And I know that's very vague, but I don't want to offend anybody in your beliefs. Your beliefs are your beliefs, and I'm not here to change your beliefs. I have my own beliefs, and he was Christian, a devout Christian, I guess. I didn't know who he was because I don't involve myself in politics, really. I have too much going on with spirits all the time to sort of have a hobby of politics. And I know everyone should be aware of what's going on in your country, of political views and stuff like that. And I have no problem with people being involved with politics. That's your prerogative. It's just not for me. It's just not good. It's not healthy for my soul. My soul needs to be creating. My soul needs to be happy and helping. My soul doesn't revolve around anything that Charlie's life revolved around. So I didn't have a connection. I didn't have a connection there. When I Googled him, when I heard someone had been, injured, I thought, oh, okay, I've seen his face before. I have no idea. I had no idea who he was. I just knew, yeah, I've seen his face before. And he was literally my daughter's age. So, other than that, that's really all I know. I knew was what I learned right then and there. Googling his name was his name, and this is what he did. And something I keep hearing on social media is, why did the assassin do it? Well, what do you think? What do you mean, why? Is it not obvious? Are you waiting for someone to spin it and put a different title on the event that happened? We saw what happened. We know why. Because he didn't like the guy. And it's wrong. Whether you agree or disagree with the assassin, it's wrong. We are not supposed to go around acting like that. I wish we had freedom of speech so that I could actually speak in words and not rhymes here on this video. It's tricky to communicate information from me to you, given the fact that there's a lot of words I'm not allowed to say. I mean, right, my channel is very, very small, so the probability of someone from YouTube going, hey, she said the D word or the S word or something, get her off the internet, is very low. But I'm still trying to mind the policies and everything on YouTube. So we know why the person did what he did. There's nothing to add. Charlie's not in pain. I do see Charlie with his back towards me most of the time, which means he's still processing. What does processing mean? It means soon after someone passes, they're kind of going through an orientation or a debriefing. I don't know how to put it. They're processing. He's not, okay, I'm getting chills. So that means yes, that explains it, Audrey. So I don't see him off and away yet, off in another dimension. I feel like he's still earthbound. He's still around. His energy's still around. He's being debriefed. It's like he's being cleansed. He's got new clothes on. I mean, obviously there's no physical clothing. There's no physical body. But this is just a sign of renewal. It's sort of like, welcome back, you know, from a mission. Welcome back. You know, yeah, that last bit was hard. Come on in. Let's talk about it for a minute and see, you know, how do you think you did, kind of thing. So he is not in any, he's not stressed. He's not sad. I'm telling you, when people pass, they're not sad. They're like, oh, thank God. You know, like, life is hard. The only person I saw even remotely sad was Fotis Dulos, who murdered his wife, Jennifer Dulos, because he was angry that he was taken out. He did not take his own life, despite what the news says. Fotis Dulos was removed by other people. He's the only one I've ever seen who's like, no, wait, let me back in. Let me back in my body. Don't take me away. That's the closest thing I've ever seen to someone being sad after they've died. So, no, Charlie is not sad. He's not upset. Because you have to, well, maybe you don't understand this, but we agree to our lives here. We agree to these jerks who are in our lives. We agree to the whole thing ahead of time. It's not that we choose these jerks to be in our life. I'm talking about parents, mostly. We agree to the whole thing. But we just don't remember that we agreed to it when we're incarnated. When we're human beings, we don't remember. Some people remember, like me. I do have pre-birth memory and of this life, and it's very, very, very complicated. But I just wanted to come on real quick and let you know my vision of Charlie. He's gone. So if you know that was the object, the goal for this person to do, to take him out, that goal has been accomplished. And in my opinion, we should not make anyone a martyr. Because to me, that puts a divide and puts somebody on a pedestal. No, none of us should be on a pedestal, in my opinion. None of us are better than the other. I know people disagree with that. Even the criminals. And let's not, I want to say, let's not glorify criminals who feel they're doing the right thing for society by making these bad choices. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. I could sit here all day and just babble about people's behavior and stuff, but bottom line, Charlie's fine. He's on the other side, and unfortunately, he will be forgotten by some. We got to move on with life. There's a lot more going on. There's a lot more coming. And you know what? Don't let this affect you in a way where you're scared and you're afraid to talk. You're afraid to go anywhere. You're afraid to wear an American t-shirt or something. I don't know. Wherever your fears come from, try not to be crippled by the condition of our country and our world. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button too. I'll see you with another video. Take care. Ciao.